Yeah. Woohoo. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Stack Sats Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. Wow. Man, that was an epic time off. I'm glad to be back. And still stacking. Still stacking. Crazy, right? Crazy. The last month worth of downside action just got wiped out, right? We're so close to all-time high again. 68,000. Not bad, not bad. So hopefully you had the courage, the means, the motivation to stack when the Bitcoin had this little dip, right? More than that you had the courage to hold on to the sats you had. Hold on to that Bitcoin, right? Diamond hands, baby. That's what it means. Diamond hands. We buy. We take custody. And repeat. That's it. There is no sell button. Buy only. All right, let's get started. Oh, a round of applause from the live studio audience for Carlos Jaramillo. What, Carlos? Is you in here? All right, let's do the sat strength. Get on that. Sat strength. Today, the price of Bitcoin is $68,049.73. Pretty good. And we're back below 1,500 Satoshis for a single dollar. We're at 1,469 Satoshis if you wanted to buy some sats today. For $1, you would get 1,469 Satoshis. What is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar is made up of 100 cents, a Bitcoin is made up of 100. Is it 100 million? 100 million Satoshis. Okay? So don't think you have to buy a whole Bitcoin at $68,000. You could buy it a little at a time. Okay? Because remember, we don't save up to buy a Bitcoin. We save into Bitcoin. Bum, dum, dum. Alright. Let's say you're walking down the street minding your own business. You look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day you could have bought $14.69 Satoshis with that penny. Okay. All right, and that is the sat strength. Just like that. It's good. It's good. You know, so many crazy things happening in the world, right? And what's called networks going down with the CrowdStrike function, right? So have you guys heard about that? Seen that? CrowdStrike is like a company that sells a service to big companies, right? They're paying about $120, $180 per computer to have CrowdStrike monitor them and have secure them, keep them from getting viruses and hacked and all that stuff, right? Well, in the process of securing those machines, they have to embed a little bit of code between the computer's operating system, like Windows, and the kernel, like the hardware, the way that the operating system interfaces with the kernel, which is like the hardware, or the piece of software that actually does the processing, right? And it's crazy because they've messed up that little connection, that interface, so that when Windows loads up, it doesn't see what it's expecting to see from that software, and it thinks something's wrong with the computer, so it doesn't boot. It's just a blue screen of death, which is the worst. Now take that and they multiplied it like across like different businesses and at different industries like banks and airlines, and I think I even heard even like utility companies, right? Well, the impact is huge, right? And it's crazy. And the thing that sucks is the way they did it, you can't go back and fix it remotely. You have to have somebody there physically restart the computer into the special safe mode, right? That the individual users can't do themselves. It has to be somebody like in the admins group for that company that goes in and restarts this computer, makes a change to the boot sequence, removes this file, and then boots the computer back up into whatever it needs to boot into to have it come back up normally, right? So in other words, royally bricked, right? Without if you're like a remote worker and this got applied to your computer, like what are you gonna do? You're gonna ship your computer in, or fly somebody out to your destination to fix your computer? It's crazy. It's crazy, right? Anyway, it's pretty astonishing, right? It's one of the weaknesses of having a centralized management for that kind of stuff, right? It's when that fix goes out, if that fix isn't right, it breaks things even worse, right? So you're paying all this premium for the computers on your network to never be down by like a malicious actor. And the very company that you're paying for to keep that stuff up is the one that takes it down. You just can't make this stuff up, you know? But through all of that, right? Through all of the blue screen of death that CrowdStrike did, the Bitcoin network kept going, right? The TikTok right there, next block, right? Through all of that, the Bitcoin network kept going. Didn't miss a beat, right? Up since 2010, I think. It hasn't been down since 2010 or something like that. I forget what the exact date is, but yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Round of applause from the live studio audience going out to BTC Backpacker. What up, Carl? Good to see you. Good to see you in person the other day. Sorry I didn't get to talk to you for a while. We got Garrett in the house. What up, Garrett? Garrett, Carl, and I and a couple of guys are going to go to Catalina. No. Is it Catalina? Yeah, Catalina this weekend. We're going to take, he's going to take his boat. We'll be on his boat. And I think one other guy is taking his boat and some friends. If you want to go with us, let us know. We're basically going to go out towards Catalina. If we see any patties or see any fish, any tuna activity, we're going to stop and fish that. And then once we get to the island, we'll fish around the island, have some fun, and then make our way back a little bit early so we can still be in the daylight. And hopefully we'll see something on the way back too. Or if we didn't see it on the way there, hopefully we'll see something on the way back. But yeah, it's good. Hit me up if you want to go, if you're interested. I know it's like late, last minute, but we're doing it. It's gonna be fun. Alrighty. So with that, let's jump into the next segment of the show that we like to call Why We Stack. We stack so we can do epic trips to Cabo to surf. Well, that sounds fun. Super fun, Garrett. We stack because we understand that no matter how hard you work, you can do all the right things. You can go to school. You can be a great citizen of the world. Honest person. You can be the model citizen with the best education and the best job that education can get you, and you're still gonna be poor. Sorry, it's not me. It's just telling you what it is. Okay, you're still gonna be poor because there's no way that the level of work, even at the highest level of education with the highest paying job, you will be able to keep up with the rate of money printing. Okay, let's check the printer today. We haven't checked the printer in a while. I bet we're at 35 trillion. Damn close to it. Damn close to it. Here we go. This is why we stack right here. Simple. Look at that. 35 trillion almost. This is just 1,000, million, billion. We're $6 billion away from $35 trillion of U.S. national debt. Money that does not exist yet, but that will have to be created in order to service this debt. So I can't guarantee that Bitcoin will go up forever, but I can guarantee that we're going to have to print the money to pay back this debt. And as they print that money to pay back this debt, the purchasing power of the other dollars in existence goes down. And as the purchasing power of the other dollars in existence goes down, the amount of those dollars that you need to buy hard assets like houses and cars and food and Bitcoin, well, you'll need more of those weaker dollars to buy the same stuff. Okay, so like I said, I can't guarantee the price of Bitcoin is going to go up or when it's going to go up, but as it continue to print, you're going to need more weaker dollars to buy the same stuff, to buy the same Satoshis. Okay, so do yourself a favor. Okay, now that you understand how it works, make the system work for you. Okay, instead of looking at this chart and saying to yourself, damn, every time this increments here, I'm losing purchasing power. No, right? Instead of doing that, you can say, you know what? Damn. Every time this number ticks up, I'm gaining purchasing power against the dollars because my value is stored in Bitcoin. Right? That is why we stack. That is the reason we stack, right? Because saving in Bitcoin is like going back in time and giving yourself a perpetually increasing retroactive raise for the hours you've already worked, for as long as you hold the Bitcoin that represents those hours. Okay, that was a short version of what I just said, the long version of. Okay, I can't guarantee that this Monopoly money will depreciate during the game, but I'm buying properties just in case. Let's go. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. And if we continue the Monopoly, if we continue the Monopoly metaphor, right? Imagine playing Monopoly, right? And every time you pass go, the bank printed more money, right? So you made every time you pass go, you get your $200 or your 200 funding money from Monopoly money. But the prices of the properties increased and doubled. Right? Doubled or went up 11%, whatever. Right? So, yeah, you're getting your money. Yeah, you're passing go, but you'll never be able to afford even the little houses on your property, right? Let alone the property. Okay? So if you're sitting there and your first time trying to figure out how to get a down payment for your first home, right? The only way to save for anything at this point is going to be through Bitcoin, right? And if that's what it takes for you to get started, that's what it takes for you to get started, right? If just make yourself a goal. Yeah, maybe you do intend on selling it because you would rather have this thing that you're going to buy with your proceeds from your Bitcoin stack. But maybe by the time you're done saving for that thing you're saving for, you would have done some of the research and read some of the books and listened to enough podcasts to understand that, hey, maybe I don't need that thing yet, or maybe it makes more sense to just keep stacking, right? Anyway, all right, that's why we stack. Hope you guys enjoyed the little segment. Oh man, I didn't even update the stack recap. That's where I'm messing up. I didn't update that, but let's do that. Okay, let's jump into the stack recap, and then we'll just talk about it during that segment. Here we go. Stack recap. All right, here we go. Browser. Boom. Well, I didn't update my stack with the last purchases. I apologize, but I did make the purchases when I was out. Okay? I did make the purchases while I was out. I'll update these tonight. Actually, you know what? Let's just update them. It'll take a little bit longer, but let's just update them. So we have 16th. Pretty much a 3 days worth of purchases. 1, 2, yeah, 17, 18, 19. So it's good. Let's do it right now. 17. 18. And the 19th. What's going on here? Feel free to ask questions, say stuff in the comments, ask Boltar a question. Okay, since 1819. All right, here we go. I'm gonna update these right now. It was crazy. I went to Arizona with the family, and so hot. It was like 110, 112. Something crazy like that. It was cool to be with a family, but I would never do that again. It was so hot, dude. So hot. Ugh. I was like, man, we have beautiful weather in San Diego. We have the beach. Why are we going over there? All right, here we go. This was 30592. There it is. Okay. On the 17th. Yes. Okay, so this one went in at 64,496.17. About $20 worth. Oh, I got the formatting too from Garrett. I'll implement that too, Garrett. I just haven't been able to mess with the sheet. Well, while you were out, Roman, I stacked huge. Oh, let's go, dude. I kept buying the buys for the show. But yeah, it's not the same. 0.715. Stacking like a maniac over there. That's good. It's really good. Okay, and then we got 7.1. We got this one. This one was at 63,000. Dang. 581.22. Stacking biddies. $20. 0.00031157. It's a lot of Satoshis there. It's a lot of Satoshis. And finally, the Friday buy was here. This was 66. Dang. 964. 13. $20. 0.000. 29,583 Satoshis. No. Okay. So that means we need a gray, white. There it is. Copy. And now we're caught up. All right. There's my buys. They're already kind of up. Is that right? Yeah. We already made some profits. Look at that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, so that brings us up to date. Okay, so that brings us up to date to the 17th, from the 17th to the 19th. Putting it in the overall stack. Sorry to put on some music, boys. There it is. Boom. All right, we're all caught up. The stack is recapped. Phil in the house. What up? Round of applause from the live studio audience for Phil. Good to see you in here, Phil. Hope all is good with you, dude. Hope you're able to get some of those tasty, juicy German Satoshis. We stacked those German sats, dude. We stacked from like 57, 54. So we have it clearly labeled here. The Germany FUD got us some juicy Satoshis. Hopefully you were able to stack some of those as well. And now we're almost back to where we were before that. Look at that. We're actually above it now, right? Look at that. See, we're still in the, we're like in the 60, 67. So we're good. So Germany sold 50,000 Bitcoin, lowered the price a little bit. We bought some tasty, juicy sats, and we're back to where we were before that. So, yeah, thanks a lot. No, so Danke, Germany, right? Okay. So now let's do the full recap. We're actually back up to 21% for 2024. we've saved $3,957.47 and purchased 0.07 Bitcoin or 7 million Satoshis. If we were to try to buy the same 7 million Satoshis today with today's weaker money, we'd have to pay $4,824. Not bad. For the full recap, let's go. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, Phil. And still, okay, so for the whole lifespan of the show, we're actually up 62%. And our overall show stack is 0.257 Bitcoin. So we actually incremented the thousandth digit. Okay, so 10, hundreds, and thousands. So we incremented the thousandth digit to 7. So 0.257 Bitcoin. Slow and steady, boys. That's how we do it, right? So what else is there to do? We know the stack recap. We know the price of Bitcoin is above our average buy price for 2024. It's crazy. So today, we're going to stack $20 worth of Bitcoin. But before we do that, I have news. Yesterday, I met with a stranger on the street. And just kidding. And I sold them a pair of Muay Thai 16-ounce boxing gloves that I had in my storage that I bought before COVID because I was doing Muay Thai at the time. And when I got the new gloves, I didn't get a chance to use them before all the gyms closed down. So they've just been sitting there. They're brand new. I sold them. I sold these gloves for $40. Sold them for $40 last night. Immediately, I converted those stranded sats that were stranded in my boxing gloves. I converted them to Satoshis. I was able to get 58,309 Satoshis for those gloves. So there it is. One more addition to our operation flipping sats, the liberation of the Satoshis that are trapped in the day-to-day stuff that you don't use. so there you go. We're making progress. I'm down 50 cents on those gloves, but whatever. I'm happy to have the Satoshis that those gloves represent instead of the gloves. Usually at the top of the cycle, exactly. But when will strip clubs accept? Oh, imagine. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's funny. All right. So now that we're done with that, let's get to the final segment of the show that we like to call. No, there's only one thing left to do, and that is it's time to stack some sets. Let's go, babies. All right. And after this, we're doing it straight up on Strike again. Going to the Strike wallet, bringing it up, buying $20 worth of Bitcoin right now. For the DCA of the show, we're buying here Bitcoin Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern, all day. Well, for that 30 minutes. There it is. And just like that, we are up another. What happened here? There it is. Just like that. Tasty sats. Do you guys know about Monte Carlo simulations? Ooh, no, I don't. Tell us about it. Is that something I need to look up? Is it in depth? Monte Carlo simulations? Sounds interesting. Very interesting, actually. Today's purchase was at $67,819.24. We saved $20 into Bitcoin, and it yielded 0.000292 Bitcoin. In other words, 29,210 Satoshis has been added to the stack. Add to the stack as well. And just like that, we are slow and steady adding to the stack. Stackopaths, Stackaholics, Stack Nation. I buy $20 of BTC on Strike every now and then. Also, oh, there you go. Exactly. Man. So there it is. Just like that. 30 minutes on the dot. Dang. All right, if you guys have any questions, please put it in the chat. Any comments? Anything is fun? Let me know. If you're having trouble setting up your storage or your the way you hold your Bitcoin, and you need help figure something out, I can help. We have a Discord. Jump on there, message me. Let's see, put the Discord link in there. Carlos says yes, we use it in finance to. Oh, okay, cool. We use it in finance to assess the volatility of an asset and can be applied to BTC. Too long didn't read is 90% of the time BTC moves within plus or minus 7%, and based on using various simulations, BTC 135K soon. You know what? I'm not a doctor, but I concur. 1 million, also 1 million soon, also 10 million soon. Okay, like I love looking at the price and doing the what if you won the lotto stories, like the question, right? What would you do when Bitcoin hits 125 million? 135,000. What are you gonna do? Same thing I'm doing right now, stacking like a maniac. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. It's crazy, right? How long are you gonna hold on to your Bitcoin for? As long as possible, as long as you can, as long as you need to, right? Like, I honestly don't intend on selling it for, let's say Bitcoin went to like $1 million today, right? Would it make sense to sell some to do stuff, I guess, to like stop working or whatever? I don't think it does. I think I would keep stacking until the services that haven't even been imagined yet, or haven't even been established yet, to service people that have that amount of Bitcoin, right? Because think about it. If you're close to a Bitcoin, and Bitcoin goes to $1 million, you're pretty much like a millionaire, right? Now there's gonna be more incentive for new services to come out that cater to the new millionaires of the world, right? Just like there's services now that cater to millionaires, to existing millionaires, that operate in the fiat system, right? Like if somebody's got a real estate portfolio of like $1 million, or they got a stock portfolio of $1 million, there's companies that cater to those clients that for a percentage, right? They'll make them loans, or they'll give them a line of credit just because they have those holdings, right? So I'm not gonna ever sell my Bitcoin, but I will be open to those services down the road, that, right? Because if you think about it, if Bitcoin hits, it's just like the thing. If Bitcoin hits 100,000, then it could hit 200, it could hit 500, it could hit 1 million. If it hits 1 million, what's stopping it from hitting 10 million, right? Like it's just a matter of time, right? like we said, unless government drastically changes the way they do things, right? Unless there is something else discovered that is finite, like Bitcoin, right? And that can operate as money better than Bitcoin, you're not going to get it. You're not going to find it. This is it. This is it. You can only invent the wheel one time. The perfect wheel. Round, right? Yeah, you can invent a square wheel if you want to, but nobody's going to use it because it sucks. Okay? Right? You can only discover fire once, right? You can only discover electricity once, right? You can only we can only transition from the horse and carriage to the car once, right? What's the next iteration of transportation? Maybe like flying cars, but that's not gonna happen, right? At least not for a while, right? But guess what's already here? Perfect money that can't be inflated. That's already here. Okay, we're in the future. Okay, you have the opportunity to buy the future right now. Okay, what money do you, what currency, what paper money do you think AI is going to use in the future? Are they going to go use dollars and pesos and all that stuff? No, dude, they're going to use Bitcoin, right? The AIs are smart, right? They're going to. What do you think AI is going to hold their value in? Huh? They'll figure it out, right? Anyway, I've been on one, guys. I've been on one. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the show. It is good to be back. I'm feeling super stoked, super pumped. You know, I'm walking around the street with my chest puffed out, sagging against the machine. You know, what machine are you talking about? What's this shirt about? Oh, the machine that keeps you poor, right? You stack against inflation. Okay, stack against the machine, guys. Slow and steady. You don't need anybody's permission to do it, right? Nobody can stop you, okay? And it's gonna liberate you. It's gonna free you from that rat race, okay? It doesn't matter how much you stack. The only thing that matters is that your stack keeps going up, all right? So I'll see you guys tomorrow. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking. Later, guys.